everyone, my name is Orissa. Thank you so much for joining me today for your practice. Today's class is perfect for if you've just gone for a run or done some other physical activities. So your muscles are already nice and warm and we're just going to stretch them out together. You don't even really need a yoga mat for today's class. You can absolutely use one, of course, but you can also do it in your running shoes, on the ground, on the grass. I'm going to be doing it today in my running shoes to show you that it's possible. And yeah, what matters is that you show up and you get your stretch on with me. So we'll get started in standing at the front of our space. So bring your feet hip width apart, close the eyes, lengthen the spine, and take one really big breath in. And open your mouth, let it go. So on your next inhale, reach your arms up, powerful breath. Grab onto your left wrist with your right arm. Reach up, and then as you exhale, just bend towards the right. Pull the belly in, the feet are pressing down into the earth. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center, release the arms down as you exhale. Inhale, reach up, grab the right wrist with your left arm, get long, and then as you exhale, bend towards the left. Keep pressing those feet down into the earth. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, reach them up again, arch back, and exhale, fold forward. Take an extra breath in your forward fold. The knees can be nice and soft. Bring your fingertips onto the earth and step back with your right foot. Good. Keep the knee lifted. And just kind of have a little bit of movement, bounce around in the hips a little bit. Tent your fingertips. So just coming up onto the fingertips, nice and strong. Sink the hips down a little bit more and just lift your gaze slightly. Breathing here. As you exhale, press into the left heel, straighten that left leg, send the hips high and back. Both legs straight, the right heel can be lifted. Long spine, fold, maybe a little bit or a lot over that front leg. That should feel really good for the hamstring. We'll go back to our lunge, so up onto the fingertips, bend that front knee, look up and breathe. Good. Press into the heel, straighten both legs and fold. Beautiful. Back to the lunge. Bring the back knee down this time. Press into the left heel and rise up. Just bring your hands onto the front thigh. Lift the heart, arch back a little bit, and feel that beautiful stretch for the quad and the hip flexor. Arch back a little bit more. So important and so good to stretch after a nice run. Bring your hands down now. Lift up the back knee, straighten the front leg, and then step closer with that back foot. So shorten your stance quite a lot. Just get a long spine and then fold over your front leg again. Come up halfway, take your right hand onto your ankle or maybe your shin. You can come up a lot. Left hand to your hip and then twist towards the left. Send the left hip back in space. So you're getting the whole IT band outside of that left leg. It should feel really good. Beautiful stretch. If you want, you can extend the left arm up towards the sky. 2 more breaths. Amazing. Bring the left hand back down. Plant your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. We'll take maybe 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then step your right foot forward into a nice lunge. Come up onto the fingertips. Sink those hips down. Keep the knee lifted. So we'll just pause here and kind of add any movements into your stretch that feel good in your body right now. Good, and then just lift the gaze a little bit more, opening the chest. Inhale. As you exhale, press into the right heel, straighten that leg, the hips go up and back, and then fold forward over the front leg. That left heel stays lifted up high. Keep breathing deeply. The heart rate's coming down after a nice cardio session. Rebend into the front knee, look up and breathe. Exhale, straighten the leg and fold. Beautiful. Bend into the knee, bring that left knee down, and then press into the right heel with a strong leg. Rise up, hands just on top of the knee, and sink those hips down and forward as you arch back. Maybe gaze up. One more full breath. Come forward, fingertips to the earth, straighten both legs, and then step closer with your back foot, so shorten your stance a lot with a long spine, and then refold as much as you can over the front leg. We'll take 2 breaths here, make them sweet. Amazing. Come up halfway. Take your left hand either onto your ankle or just below the knee. You can come up all the way. Take your right hand to your right hip and then twist towards the right. You can pause here. Take your right hand and press that hip back. Yes. Breathe into this beautiful stretch for the legs. You can extend the right arm up if you want. Keep twisting the rib cage towards the right a little bit more. One more breath. And you can bring both hands down. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Press into that heel and rise up for crescent lunge. Good, arch back. And then just twisting the upper body, twist towards the right, reach your left hand forward and your right arm back. Thumbs up, gaze towards the right thumb. Stay here. If you want to go a little bit further, take the right fingertips. Maybe you can reach the back of your thigh, and then you can reach up and back with that left hand and arch back and twist. Reach, stretch. On an exhale, both hands can come down. Step back straight into downward facing dog. Beautiful. We'll do that on the other side. So inhale the left leg up, and then exhale, step it between your hands. Press into the left heel, rise up, crescent lunge. The hips sink down. Good. So we'll come into a twist. So the right hand reaches forward, twist, and extend the left arm straight back. Gaze towards the left thumb. Good. If you want to go a bit further, you can bring the left hand. Maybe it can reach onto the back of your thigh, and then reach up and back with your right hand and twist. Let it feel really good. Take one more breath. I know we don't want to burn out the legs too much. We already worked them in our run. So exhale, bring the hands down, straight to downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog for a few breaths, or option to do a couple of push-ups. So you can roll forward into plank pose, and we'll just do 5 chaturanga push-ups. So coming forward, bend at the elbows 90 degrees, and press up, and just go for as many as you would like. If you just want to work the arms a little bit after your run. Good. Come back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, soften your knees. Step or jump your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Nice soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squeeze the back of the legs as you rise. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sweep the hands behind your back, interlace them. Soften your knees and broaden your chest. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, come forward. Bring your torso onto your thighs and bring those hands overhead. We'll take 3 or 4 breaths here. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I run, I tend to tense up my shoulders. So let's just take a moment to help release that. And even if you don't, this is kind of always just a beautiful stretch. Release your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, get a long spine, and then plant your hands straight to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward and then bring the back knee down. Good. Press into the right heel, come up into a low lunge. Hands to the front knee. Pause here. And now we can stretch out the quad as well. So actually tent your fingertips down. Left fingertips stay strong. And then twist towards the right. Bend that back knee if you can. Grab onto your foot and pull it towards the glutes. It's an amazing stretch for the quad. You can always use a strap or a towel or something to wrap around your foot if you can't quite reach it. Let's take 2 more full breaths. Amazing. Release your foot. Right hand comes forward, and then wiggle the right foot across the mat to come into pigeon. So you want to bring your shin down onto the earth. It's okay if the hips stay off the ground. That's totally fine. Get a long spine, and then you can fold forward. Come down onto the elbows. We'll stay here for 5 breaths, breathing into the hips. Breathing space and length into the muscles that you worked so hard on your run. Giving your body that balance that it deserves. 1 more breath. Let go of some tension and then come up onto your fingertips. We'll actually just pause here, upright. So tented fingertips, just get a long spine. Can be another stretch for the hip flexor of that back leg, as well as the outer hip for your front leg. Amazing. And then hands come down, tuck the back toe, make your way into downward facing dog. 1 more full breath, and then step your left foot forward, bring the back knee down. Pausing here, just come up, bring the hands onto your front knee, lean back with your chest, smile, take some deep breaths. Good, we'll add the stretch for the quad. So the fingertips come down, right fingertips stay under the shoulder, twist towards the left, and then bend the back knee. Pull that foot towards the glutes. Use a strap or towel if you can't reach your foot. And take a couple of really deep, long breaths to create that space. Release your foot. Hands come forward, and we'll wiggle the left foot across the mat for pigeon pose on this side. So you want your shin to come onto the mat. It's okay if the hips are lifted up. Long spine. Fold forward. It's nice to prop the head up on stacked fists or a block or the floor, just so that your shoulders and neck muscles can completely relax. They don't have to support the head. Use the exhales to let something go, to release the tension, to create the space in your hips. Beautiful, so good. Come up and then just prop yourself up using your fingertips, long spine, heart open. Take a couple of breaths here. Plant your hands down, tuck the back toe, make your way into downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa if you want to move through vinyasa. Otherwise, hang out in down dog. And then everybody come through into seated. So come into seated, extend the right leg out straight and bend your left knee so the foot comes right up into your inner thigh, facing straight in between your legs. Get a nice long spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, your right hand can come down, maybe the forearm. Reach up and over with your left hand. And then you can kind of roll your chest open towards the left, towards the sky. Stretch out the side body and the hips. Amazing. Come all the way up as you inhale. Just lift the hips up and turn yourself so that your hips are squared off with your right leg. So you're facing your right leg. Inhale, really long spine. Exhale, fold forward as much as you can today. Hold on to your foot or your calf or grab a strap, wrap it around that foot and just pull your chest towards your toes. And use your breath, those beautiful deep long breaths, to create the length in your muscles. Come all the way up, and we'll just go straight to the other side. So switch it, so left leg straight, right leg is bent. Start with your hips facing straight in between your legs. Inhale, arms go up, and then the left hand comes down, maybe the forearm. Reach up and over with your right hand, and breathe. And you're twisting, rolling your whole chest open towards the right. Beautiful. Come all the way up. And then just lift the hips up, turn them. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, fold over that leg as much as you can. Stretch it out. 3 deep breaths. Amazing. And come all the way up. And now, if you have a lot of time, then come into Shavasana. If you don't have a lot of time, just come into a comfortable seat and close your eyes. And whether you're on your back or you're in seated, take a deep breath in. Exhale, pour it out your mouth. One more time, inhale. Exhale, let something go, sigh it out. And now forget the breath. Let's just take a moment of stillness all together. If you're in Shavasana, please stay there as long as you'd like. If you're in seated, you can bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to thank your body for all that it allows you to do, for the amazing run that you had today, and for this wonderful little yoga session. Thank you so much for joining me for this stretch. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you have an incredible rest of your day. Namaste.